I've created a film that appeals to an adult audience whom are cultured. This is due to my film being avant-garde. It pushes the boundaries of a traditional Christmas-themed film and allows us to witness an innocent action with thrilling perspective. I believe my film is a hybrid of genres, fantasy and horror. My aim for my film was to trick the audience into thinking they had witnessed a murder. To do this, I filmed it all from the tree's perspective. Right from the offset, the sound I used creates a thrilling and fearsome atmosphere that we feel in conventional horror films. I built this up with the use of exaggerated sounds, for example the axe hit, to really have an impact on the audience. The perspective of my film, I think, creates an anti-Hollywood effect and places us in the centre of the action. I intentionally wanted to align the audience with the tree to create a whole different meaning to simply cutting down a Christmas tree. And the effect is the audience feels sympathy. However, before the revelation that is in fact a tree, the audience is tricked with the use of enigmas to pleasurably delay the ending and to trick them into questioning why is this person being attacked and why is it happening to them. In terms of inspiration for my film, I researched numerous horror films and came to the conclusion that I wanted to do something different, and so I decided to go with a Christmas twist. However, I did take inspiration from Quentin Tarantino, in particular, a scene from Pulp Fiction, when a character is being shot and we see it from his point of view when he's in the boot of the car as Vince and Jules discuss what they are going to do. This links back to anti-Hollywood and how we are placed in a specific place to gain maximum impact from a scene. The film disturbs the audience, but then comes to unexpected relief through narrative revelations. However, I thought showing the Christmas tree inside the house was an easy option to end the film, so I decided to reveal the twist through implied meaning. When I first shot my footage for my film, it was random and did not really tell a story. In my opinion, the film came together in editing. I knew, however, this would be the case. Due to my film relying on people's interpretation, it depends a lot on the sound and editing, and so a raw footage seemed random and unexplained. The most difficult part of my filming process was the house scene. I wanted to portray the twist so many could understand without being too obvious, and so it took many takes in different situations to perfect the scene I wanted. In addition, the music of the house scene plays a large part to convey the Christmas theme, to really stress that it is a person. I decided to make cuts seem as though something or someone was blinking. With this paired with the distorted footage that is through the film, creates tension. My film, having the name A Different Perspective, is coherent through a lot of aspects within my film. The first of which is that we are seeing this innocent act through the eyes of a Christmas tree, which adds a sinister take on the whole thing. Secondly, many parts of my film are shot on a candid angle, which I did to disturb the audience and make them feel on edge. For example, when the tree is being dragged through the woods, we are seeing it through our eyes. This creates a disturbing effect. I also use props character roles in terms of the axeman to add detail to narrative. I feel I've created a substantial and meaningful film which uses numerous horror and thriller techniques to engage the audience. However, as I stated earlier, my film appeals to an older and cultured audience who enjoy watching films from many different genres. I believe this is due to the fact that my film relies a lot on the audience assumptions, and so they needed to be able to read horror conventions and to understand why they are used, to create this false understanding that really makes the twist powerful. James Monaco said, anyone can watch a film, but to make sense of it we must learn to comprehend the visual images which we are presented. This quote I feel really applies to my film in terms of audience feedback. I have shown my film to many people whose age not only differs but also their interest in film. Some of the younger generation I showed my film to had no interest in film and so failed to understand the plot and needed it explained to them. This, I believe, is due to their lack of knowledge about the conventions I used. They were unable to forget that they thought it was a murder, which in turn led to their failure to understand the twist. However, adults whom I showed my film to gave me back positive comments and displayed their enjoyment for the twist. I think this is due to them having witnessed avant-garde films, which in turn allowed them to suspend reality and understand we are seeing this all from the Christmas tree's perspective.